All right. Welcome, everybody, to News and Updates. And we're all glad you're all here. We got Marcia and Steph and Karen and myself, Laurel. Everybody want to say hi?
Happy first day of autumn, everyone.
Indeed.
Yay! Yay!
Cool.
Wonderful. All right, we have a lot to cover. We're a little bit late getting going, but we are here now, and we're so glad that you are too. So we're going to do some catch up today to bring you the most important metaverse news from the past month, so you don't miss a beat.
And let's start with the news, the world news, with a warning to everyone living within the United States. The government emergency agencies are planning a massive nationwide testing of their emergency alert system at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time on October 4th. The alert will be pushed through text and audio to phones, televisions, radio, and possibly local siren warning systems in your community. This is a test and no action is needed, but it will be startling. Please share this news with friends and family and be prepared for the alert on October 4th.
I want everybody to know what's going on. Did you know that 90% of the U.S. population lives within 10 miles of a Walmart? Sam Walton, co-founder of Walmart, was an innovator ahead of his time. When Walmart makes a business move, the global retail industry sits up and pays attention, as they should. Walmart started training employees in VR in 2017 to greet customers, stock inventory, and other tasks. Companies around the world sat up and found a reason to use VR. It was fast, efficient, effective, and very cost-effective. One $100 headset could train hundreds of employees, and they enjoyed it.
This week, Walmart announced they are revolutionizing the retail market with an expansive commercial strategy and investment in the future of shopping in the metaverse. Walmart is aggressively pursuing virtual worlds that connect to commerce at its store and vice versa. Just as the web and social media revolutionized shopping, Walmart believes the metaverse is ready to expand into new marketing methods and exploring virtual commerce, where customers buy virtual goods like clothing for avatars that match their real-world outfit, and more. Virtual products are going to become more and more important, and we're here for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
exciting. It's exciting.
Well, Burning Man this year, oh my goodness. The long-awaited arrival of Burning Man in the real world was literally drowned in misery. A weather phenomenon known as an atmospheric river came through Black Rock City, causing one death and left over 70,000 people stranded in floodwaters and mud. People were unable to drive out and traffic was backed up for days. While we miss the unique Burning Man experience here in VR, we are heartbroken that their real-world experience back after lockdown was so painful. We wish the Burning Man community luck with future events, and our hearts are with you.
No kidding.
Absolutely. Oh, what pain and how costly a thing. Well, I hate to say it. Y'all know it. COVID's back. Global COVID rates are skyrocketing faster than estimated with multiple variants. Scientists have improved testing techniques like testing the water and the sewer systems, and the numbers are not good. There's some estimates that the rate of infection is equal to fall or winter of 2020. Please, let's remind you, however, that the infection rates last winter in January 2023 skyrocketed higher than the entire 2020 and 2022 year, and is expected to be even higher rate of infections this year. It's really
dear. The United States government authorized the release of more free COVID tests, as has the UK and many countries in Europe and elsewhere. Please take advantage of these. Get vaxxed, wear masks, wash your hands, and do all the right things. And please stop listening to people who keep saying this is over or they are safe. It's fake news. No one is. We love you all and wish everyone to be safe this year and always.
Yeah.
Okay. On to some metaverse news, and I'd like to say it's good news, but it's not such good news. So let's start our metaverse news with an update on the Unity download fees debacle. Unity announced a week ago that it would be charging developers a fee for every download and install of their Unity games after a certain threshold was reached. As you have heard, there was a very aggressive backlash that included boycotts, blocking Unity ads, death threats, and bomb threats.
You know, Unity has announced that they're delaying the implementation until January 2024 to allow Unity to address the issues. Meanwhile, developers are hunting for alternatives to Unity, exploring Godot, Unreal Engine, Game Maker Studio, Construct 3, Development, and many others.
And how this impacts you. If the decision to charge developers goes through, there is no doubt that the costs will be passed on to consumers, as it always is.
How is this going to impact social VR platforms? The truth is, we don't know for sure. Platforms like Engage, VR Chat, Spatial, etc. have subscriptions, so you are going to pay for access, not per download. Will the install and download fees be put upon the platforms?
More importantly, most social VR platforms today are fairly new and cannot absorb the costs to manage or pay for new fees. With increased costs, it is likely that fee access will go away or be restricted, forcing people to subscribe sooner. Platforms may reduce their overhead, thus reducing development and new features and that will be adding frustration to everyone.
No joke.
Well, some believe that this won't impact them because they aren't building or selling games. Unity has not restricted this to games. This could include all Unity installs and downloads that meet the threshold. For instance, if you're selling avatars, accessories, etc., and your sales reach whatever the threshold is, who pays Unity? If you're selling through a platform store, the company store will likely be charged and pass that cost on to the builders and creators, thus to consumers, raising prices and lowering creator returns.
If you are selling directly through your website or whatever source, and you reach that threshold, and some people are, how's Unity going to get money out of you? Can they? How are they going to pass on those expenses? And how are you going to manage it?
What bothers our team most about all of this is the impact on the extraordinary creativity that working with Unity has brought to all our lives, our work, and our community. The free, open access to social VR has given people an opportunity to express themselves in new ways, with many finding new careers and talents they didn't even know they had. The entire social VR ecosystem could be ground to a halt.
It is important to let your voice be heard. If you are on social media, let others know of your concerns and your thoughts on this, and tag Unity. Host discussions with your communities and communities and friends to talk about this and discuss what options they may consider. Make some noise. Companies respond to noise, not violence or threats. Make good noise to voice opinions and offer ideas that might help Unity better serve their users and impress their shareholders.
Yesterday, it was announced that Unity has more problems. The European Games Developer Federation has asked regulators to look at Unity's anti-competitive bundling techniques that include the same arguments developers are making about the fee increase.
We will continue to follow the news and update you in our news and updates Discord. This is disheartening, but we know that sometimes pushbacks like this can also make companies sit up and realize how large their reach and community is, thus energizing it to do better. We live in hope.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, we do. And, oops, hang on. I just got instruction here. I have to, okay. Hope explodes. We just want to make sure that you know, while Unity's having problems, Roblox continues to make news in the metaverse and the gaming industry as one of the biggest success stories. After rolling out to the Meta Store for Quest, they announced last month that they're going to let users sell custom-made avatar bodies and heads and make money in the process. That's kind of cool.
That's good.
Mhm. We all need new bodies,
And
right?
hey, some of us need heads more than bodies, but yes. And so, okay, I'm trying not to laugh. The bodies and heads must follow community standards and other guidelines, and we're waiting on details. But currently, it costs 750 Robux to upload an item, and creators will get 30% of the sale of the head or the body. The pricing and profit system is a little more complicated, but Roblox fans, you'll figure it out how to sell heads and bodies. Okay, I honestly, I did good. I mean to tell the story without laughing too hard, but you know, honestly. Yay, heads and bodies for sale. Get them while they're hot. What? I couldn't resist. Okay, I am so in trouble. I know, it just sounds funny. You too can get your own head and bodies. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
Your choice.
The old one. Well,
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Okay. Meanwhile, Meta's Horizon Worlds is finally rolling access out to web and mobile. One of the biggest complaints on Horizon is the inability to access it without a Quest headset. This means that people will be able to access the social VR platform without having to use a VR headset. This is a big step forward for Meta, as it will introduce and make Horizon Worlds more accessible to a wider range of people.
Including kids.
Okay, has anyone tried the new Space Invaders AR game that launched earlier this summer? Google and Tato have announced a new indoor mode that expanded the features in Space Invaders World Defense, like Pokemon and Ingress. Your neighborhood becomes ground zero to defend against the old popular Space Invaders recreations, all those Space Invader recreations, as they come down to attack. It's really fun and great exercise. Everybody, check it out.
Do people look at you funny, wondering what you're doing?
Of course they do. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, on to ZTX, which for some reason I want to say ZXT, but ZTX has raised $13 million in seed funding for its Web3 virtual world and creator platform. We've seen these come and go, but this is a big ticket funding purse. Have you heard of them? ZTX's Web2 business, Sepeto, has over 400 million lifetime users and is considered the fourth largest metaverse platform in the world, behind Roblox, Fortnite, and Minecraft. ZTX has strategic partnerships with Gucci, Starbucks, and many other corporate giants. While there are a few specifics and nothing solid has been released yet, it is likely that it will incorporate cryptocurrency of some kind. We'll be keeping an eye on it for you.
Yeah.
Now, are there any D&D fans that are out there? Come on. I know there are. Come on. Let's see some emojis. Dungeons and Dragons has been around for decades and with very dedicated fans. There are two games that channel the D&D lore and style in different ways. And Demio, I think has been around, a longtime favorite, been around for a while in VR, and was recently updated. Dungeons of Eternity is due October 5th. It's coming out in time for the Quest 3 launch, and people are seriously lining up to play. If you're playing it, we'd love to hear your reviews of these two D&D style games, so let us know in our news and updates show in our Discord or after the show. I love it.
I love that. That's going to sound fun. How about we get on to virtual hardware news? There is so much excitement about the release of the new Quest 3 and other new improved headsets over the next few months. And all the accessories and add-ons. Oh, are we going to have accessories and add-ons? Karen, what do we know? What do we need to know about that?
Well, Marcia, first up, in August, the 50th anniversary of SIGGRAPH's Computer Graphic Convention promoted graphics and AI as inseparable, especially with NVIDIA leading the way. The presenters agreed that graphics need AI and AI needs graphics, and that combination in the future will cause a dramatic paradigm shift in technology. Meta announced a new AI-powered system that generates photorealistic images and video, places, people, and objects in real time and 3D, perfect for more realistic avatars and virtual worlds. One AI we are looking forward to is the new Google AI translator that supports 24 languages in real time. Those of us who witnessed simultaneous translations in VR, that was Altspace. Can't wait for this to create more inclusive XR experiences on a global scale, something we know will change the world. There were more announcements on productivity apps and for more news on SIGGRAPH, check out news. I can't talk today. Check out News and Updates Discord.
Yeah, and not just Altspace,
Yes.
but Frame VR and a few others have translation built in now. They're working on improving it. It's just really slow and laggy. So the AI could be really a game changer.
Yes.
Really, really, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, have you purchased a Magic Leap device? Anyone? Well, Magic Leap announced the heartbreaking news that as of December 31st, over 6,000 Magic Leap augmented reality headsets will cease to function. Magic Leap
Yeah.
struggled with funding, closing, then crawling out of the ashes. While the company admits they have the funding to keep going, they feel they cannot compete with Apple's upcoming headset, so they are stepping away.
Wow.
Yeah. Understandable,
Lenovo.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lenovo.
Lenovo announced the Think Reality VRX, a new all-in-one VR headset designed for business users. Considered one of the most powerful and feature-rich headsets to come to market, it is for enterprise customers working with prototypes and training. If you get your hands on one, we'd love to hear about your experience and maybe share it here.
Now, over the past 5 years, we have complained plenty about the misery that is typing in VR, right? Yeah, many of you
Yes,
remember
yes,
this.
yes.
We have whined, we have complained, we hated this, okay? I can say, I know y'all are mentally applauding. Yes, it sucks. We have seen experiments to improve this process over and over again. Now, Meta is trying again to make this easier. Now, what they're working on is making any flat surface a virtual keyboard. According to the researchers and Zuckerberg, he was able to achieve around 100 words per minute.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, well, most
Sure.
people type around 40 words a minute. If you've
Uh-huh.
ever heard me type coming through my microphone, you'll know that I'm also a machine gun fighter, typer. However, the last thing most people want around them in VR is a hard surface. You just
Yeah.
know
for
you're
sure.
going to smack yourself, right? Okay. Now, I understand for enterprise users that are using the headset at a desk, this makes sense. But still, and it is a step in the right direction. That's cool. We're moving towards a Matrix Star Trek interface with hand and finger gestures. It's just, you can't get there soon enough. But just remember, please remove the hard surface before you switch to Beat Saber and play safe or type safe. I think it's the better word to
Ouch.
say that.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry. I prefer
World
talking words.
building. Okay. As mentioned, we are still waiting for the dust to settle in a great Unity debacle of forcing fees on gamers and developers. But there is still other Unity and world building news to report on.
Unity 2023.3 arrives in April 2024 with powerful updates for graphics and performance and the universal render pipeline, artist workflows, platform integrations, crossplay, multiplayer, and even more goodies. We know that they are working harder on integrating and maximizing the use of AI in Unity. So we are excited to see where this goes, if it survives their latest pricing snafu.
Blender 3.5 is getting closer and closer. According to an announcement a couple weeks ago, they described the new features as stonking. We had to look that up. It's slang to emphasize something impressive, exciting, or very large. Stonking. We will leave you to experiment with that usage on your own time.
Okay. The word of the day.
Stonking.
Yeah, stonking. See, we only bring you the
it's-
finest in intellectual information. Okay, stonking.
Indeed.
Stonking.
And useful too.
Stonking.
Blender 3.5 brings improvements to procedural modeling and image processing with new nodes, lighting improvements, and advancements in the grease pencil feature. The new VDM brush is exciting as it enables the displacement of the mesh in 3 different dimensions, pushing the boundaries of what Mudbox and ZBrush currently do. It enables the artist to drop ready-made features into their sculpts and manipulate them, reducing the fuss time. Oh, anything to do that. There is more we will report on as the release draws closer and the final bits are figured out. But check out the story in our News and Updates Discord for more information.
Are you ready for Blender 4.0? Yeah.
I hope.
The developers behind Blender are really pushing the limits as they integrate OpenUSD and NVIDIA's Omniverse into the app's workflow and features. The first of the NVIDIA Omniverse connector features are coming in Blender 3.6 and will be available for early testing. NVIDIA is dominating the creative metaverse space, and we're super excited about the possibilities.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's hear about AI news. But let's start our AI news on the invasion of AI into our computer's operating system with Karen.
Oh, that sounds like I'm creating the invasion of AI into the operating system. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You
All
are.
right, thanks,
You
Well,
do
hey, if
that.
you want to take
Well, if you want to take
responsibility,
responsibility.
yeah, we can go with that.
Blame it on Marcia.
Yeah, blame it on me.
Okay.
Okay. Well, whether you plan to use it or not, with its latest Windows 11, Microsoft has announced integration of its AI into the PC operating system. It's in there and everywhere. Microsoft Copilot is rolling out in the next free Windows 11 update starting this week. The update brings over 150 new features to improve the Windows operating system and brings AI-powered experiences to Paint, Photos, Notepad, and even the snipping tool, which many of us use for grabbing screenshots of our events and fun. Get ready for this huge update later this week.
I'm ready. It's going to be interesting.
Interesting.
If you're struggling to learn Unity, there's an AI for that. Yes, it's now changing from there's an app for that to there's an AI for that.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, the OniStep AI app was developed to work like ChatGPT assistant. It's going to teach you what you need to know to learn and design in Unity. Type in what you want to do or learn, and the AI will show you in real time how to do it. It's brilliant. I tested it out a little bit. It's really cool. It demonstrates a process in the software and uses text to image recognition to handle all the Unity updates if the interface changes. In beta development, we shared the link on our News and Updates Discord and encourage you to try it out for free while it is still free. And we're eager for your feedback on how it helps you build and design with Unity.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Meanwhile, a U.S. District Court judge ruled in August that AI-generated art cannot be copyrighted. This may be a win for artists eager to protect their work from AI abuse. The owner of this beautiful artwork on our screens was generated with the creativity machine algorithm that he himself created. This wasn't just a prompt idea someone put into an AI image generator. Stephen Thaler developed and designed the AI generator itself, which might have received a patent or be licensed in other ways, but the Copyright Office rejected the final generated result due to its association with AI. Mr. Thaler sued. Unfortunately, the judge did not agree. This decision impacts coders, but the work of every artist, designer, creator, and developer in the metaverse with the desire to sell or license their work. If you do not own the rights to the source of the art used to generate the final object, item, thing, artwork, you cannot legally license it. So AI cannot have any rights currently related to the artwork.
Ah, wow.
The judge wrote, y'all know I find copyright no end of fascinating, and this is another big game changer. The judge wrote that the copyright has never been granted to work that was, and we quote, absent any guiding human hand. Now, I never read that in the copyright rules and regulations, but anyway, and that human authorship is a bedrock requirement of copyright. Fowler is appealing the case. Yeah, there's so many things, this is complicated. Fowler's appealing the case. AI-generated artwork is testing the court's interpretation of copyright. So we're going to see where these laws land as these cases also enter courts internationally. And for those that are using AI to generate virtual items for sale, please take care. Make sure your buyers are informed and that you realize that your ownership rights are kind of at risk. It's kind of crazy. We're not sure what's going on.
A lot of gray area here.
Yeah, very gray. One of the most, oops, what happened? Sorry. Technical difficulties here.
What do you mean?
That's all right.
One of the most exciting news. You got it?
Got it? Okay.
Yeah, one of the most exciting items this summer was the announcement of a paralyzed woman speaking through a digital avatar with the use of AI. Reported in neuroscience and around the world, researchers created a groundbreaking brain-computer interface that allowed a paralyzed woman to communicate. This is the first ever synthesis of speech or facial expressions directly from brain signals onto the avatar. The system converts signals at about 80 words a minute, surpassing similar technology. The digital avatar's voice was personalized to mirror the user's voice before the injury. And the avatar's facial animations were driven by software that interpreted the brain's signals for emotional response with facial expression.
Wow.
This is astounding, and it feels more like science fiction. The team is working on a wireless system and making it more portable. Think of the potential. People with locked-in syndrome, various paralyzations or diseases like ALS may soon have the ability to not only speak, but do so easily with emotion and with the ability to express themselves through an avatar. We're so excited about this news.
Oh, man, isn't that?
Just so cool. So cool.
Very, very, very.
In a similar vein, XR glass is the latest technology in AI-powered AR smart glasses designed to break through the accessibility limitations that impact so many. Synchronized to a smartphone with AI software, it allows deaf people to see conversations with real-time subtitles. It also allows the ability to rewind the chat if they miss something. Well, this helps the hearing impaired. It is also being developed for simultaneous translations in near real time and even more. We love how AI and XR technology is literally changing lives. It's exciting too.
It's, what an exciting time to live in. Really is. We don't have all access to it, but we're getting closer and closer. Now, William Shatner. We love William Shatner. Okay, he annoys you, but anyway, he's recognized as Star Trek's Captain Kirk. He took an AI chatbot on this summer as part of an ad campaign. The 92-year-old tech fan and actor talked to Protobot, a conversational AI that features holographic visuals. So you feel like you're talking to, you're talking to a box, a robot in a box, a kind of cartoon robot in a box. Yeah. Anyway, on a screen or whatever. But the AI is part of the new proto models that are semi-standalone holograph boxes or screens that are priced from the small size at only $6,500 to the life-size Proto Epic for $65,000. I know now everybody's going to want one. You're going to want one in your living room at that price, right? Yeah, everybody's going to want one. I just know it.
Make it
They're going to
3.
sell out.
Yeah.
Wanting
Yeah.
is not having.
But yeah, but what was just, I mean, really, I'm sentimental. Star Trek fans love the news because, you know, we've all been waiting for AI to literally come alive so we can talk to our computers and, you know, do better things and get closer to that Star Trek future that we have dreamed about for decades. And how fun to
For
see
sure.
that manifest with the original Captain Kirk.
Yes.
92
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Wow.
love it. That's wonderful.
That is very exciting. Well, now we have Discord news. All right. Discord has had a busy summer. Let's focus on the newest exciting features that apply to us VR users and gamers. First up, Xbox gameplay can now be I'm going to say that again. Xbox gameplay can now fully be streamed to Discord. What a great opportunity to connect with your friends and groups in Discord and stream your adventure.
If you are a Discord server owner, the new members welcome features are fantastic ways to get people directly involved. Also, servers with fewer than 50 members now automatically have permissions to add emojis, stickers, soundboard sounds, and do events. You can always change this if it gets out of control, but let your Discord server sing.
Speaking of sounds, have you played with the new Discord soundboard? I think Matthew, it stands with trees, I think has. There are just, when you're in the voice channel stuff, there are just so many crazy things you can do to greet people with sounds like choir of angels or pig snorting or some alarm bells or other more disgusting sounds and creative sounds. You can add all kinds of sounds to your Discord server experience. Although remember, just because you meet, just because you can
blew
speak
that.
doesn't mean you should. No, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Oh,
my
should.
goodness.
Exactly.
It's contagious, Karen. I'm standing next to you. I'm going to walk over here, and I'm going to do it from over here. Our tongue-tiedness is just making things crazy. All right.
Oh, I just had to say that with you, Laurel, because it's so true, right?
It is, yep.
Yeah, you can jump off the bridge, but should you? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we
Uh-huh.
love sharing Discord tips and news with you. And if you have some, let us know in our news and updates so that we can share them here. Okay, now it's time for my favorite section. Actually, this is Marsha's favorite section.
Marcia's favorite
yours.
That's what I
yeah.
thought.
The fun stuff.
Yeah, it is.
What fun stuff do you all have for us today?
Well, the Nobel winners were announced last week. Remember them? Well, these aren't them. They are the alternative, not the right word. The literal opposite of the actual Nobel Prizes. The oxymorons of the Nobel Prizes for Intelligence, the IG Nobel Parity Awards, are handed out to the best in stupid human pet tricks. Like that.
Okay, why do I have to do this next one? But anyway, okay, so
You don't have
there
to.
were that's all right. There are many awards given to all the different sciences, but the one that grossed us and especially me out the most was the Mechanical Engineering Prize. Scientists reanimated dead spiders to turn them into mechanical gripping tools. Yuck. They learned that they could reactivate their internal hydraulic system to let them open and close their legs to grab things. Yeah, really gross.
Ew,
It's
really
called
gross. Yeah.
Ew.
necrobotics.
Okay. Okay, let's wash that away, which is a great pun for what follows,
Please.
because this is another one. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a good pun
I
for
couldn't
this.
resist. A
Is that a toilet
scientist
seat?
invented, the Stanford toilet. It is a toilet with a bidet-style device that tests your body waste products. We're being very careful about how we say this. For a
Better
variety
be.
of different purposes. There is a urinalysis dipstick tester, a computer vision system that analyzes your defecation process. Okay, you know what I mean by that. Okay, and I didn't know this is a thing. An anal print sensor that is paired with an identification camera. We are serious about this. This is true. It literally identifies whose butt's on the toilet.
Oh
I
my God.
don't, does the FBI keep a track of that as well? I want to know, is there a database for this?
There's no
Are
such
you
thing as
kidding me?
privacy any longer.
Actually, I didn't know that is another unique part, like a fingerprint on your body. New information. Did not know this. Okay.
Oh,
It also has a telecommunications link with an uploading feature.
with what?
Are you ready for this? It monitors and analyzes the substances that people excrete and transmits the information to wherever it's needed for whatever reason it's needed.
Oh,
Now,
I was going to say where.
hey,
So
I'm not
much
in
for
charge of this.
HIPAA.
We're just sharing the news. We're just sharing the news. Now, okay, we can poke fun at this, but for any of us who have gone to the doctor's office and we have to do that urine test and all that stuff, this is kind of okay. Anyway, it's being used to test for COVID, monitor heart health, blood pressure, oxygenation. Oh my goodness, it's contagious, Karen. Your oxygen levels and other biometric data, and how they get your oxygen levels from your butt. I have no idea. But anyway, please don't inform me. I already know too much. And other biometric data, including those urine and stool samples, which are gross, and I hate doing both of those. So having a toilet that does it for you is kind of cool and kind of gross.
Yes.
All right, but will you see this coming soon to a doctor's office or a clinic near you? Maybe. So be ready. And when you see one, you better come tell us that you actually saw one in the real world, because this is kind of cool and kind of weird and kind of kinky. And
Better yet, I would
Please.
like to hear from somebody that tries it out.
Yeah, I'd love to hear
It's
about
actually
it.
good.
But please,
It's the future.
Don't
it's
share
all
the
about
photograph,
biometrics
okay?
now.
yeah, but please
it's actually really cool.
don't share. Yeah, just please don't share your anal print. This is something I do not want to see. Okay,
No, we don't.
I don't want to do this. Oh my gosh.
Phew.
Get us out of here, Marcia. Get us out of here.
I wonder if it has a smell to it too.
just keep going. No, I wasn't going to go there. You had to go there.
Well, you let me wide open for it. Okay, let's get on to events. Let's get on to
Right
events.
into it.
All right. We're changing subject here. Okay, no more smelly stuff. Okay, on to events. For October, and I can't wait to hear your Halloween roar or whatever you call it next week or whenever you do it, Marcia. But anyway, so for October, you can count on 2 events every year. First is Halloween. As announced last year, 2023 was the last year Educators in VR is producing a giant Halloween maze event. I know. They've been working with Psycho and her team, and they're continuing the tradition across multiple platforms. Final auditions are on VR chat this weekend. The event is scheduled for Fridays and Saturdays through the entire month of October, giving you plenty of screaming opportunities. If you would like to be involved, contact Psycho on VR chat or in Discord, or let Lance know and he'll put you in touch.
The other event you can count on is Educators in VR's Cyberbullying Month. They have an entire month packed full of events, special speakers, and training sessions designed to explore the many layers of privacy, security, and safety in the metaverse. These are fun and interactive workshops, so get ready to learn more about how to survive and thrive in the metaverse.
Absolutely. Oh, I cannot wait. It's one of my favorite times of the year with all these exciting topics. Okay, if you're a developer, a builder, event host, or a creative in the metaverse, sit up and pay attention. Wake up. Our friends at Get Social are hosting an XR Talent Expo next weekend. The Get Social team is bringing together creative talent from across the metaverse to network with job and project seekers. hiring companies, startups, wave makers, creators, and industry reps. They are creating a huge directory for referrals and references of metaverse creatives. So check it out and join the leaders that are revolutionizing the metaverse. I will get my lips working here soon.
Okay, let's see if I can pull this one off now. The IEEE GEM 2023 conference that explores gaming, entertainment, and media and pushes the boundaries into the future is in Barbados, November 19th through 2023. In the past, some interesting
No,
technology.
also the 23rd.
Oh, 23rd. Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's why I paused a little bit. In the past, some interesting technology and media announcements have come out, and we're looking forward to them. Registration begins next week, and we're waiting for the speaker program. Expect the major industries to be represented.
Now, Tech Immersive Week is showcasing the latest in XR technology the next weekend after that one, November 20th through the 1st of December in Rotterdam, in the Netherlands. Immersive Tech Week is a great opportunity to learn more about the latest trends in XR technology and to work with other professionals in the field, especially those in the European EU area. And it's a great opportunity to experience the latest applications in the games firsthand. And we know some people are going, and it's going to be, a little part of me wishes I was going. It's going to be amazing.
That's going to be great. The Game Awards 2023 will live stream December 7th. Last year's show claimed an estimated 103 million viewers tuned in to see the best game categories, as well as entertainment representing the various nominees. The Game Awards will be streamed on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Steam, and other social media streaming outlets.
Wow. Bravo.
Okay, it's about that time now. Thank you for celebrating our 5th year anniversary with our News and Updates family last week. What fun that was. And thank you guys, all of you, for being here today.
Thank you to our hosts, Laurel, Marcia, Karen, and to all here on set and behind the scenes. Stands with Trees, Lance, Ancient I Won't Say, Rich, Dave the Turner, Karen 666, and so many others who volunteer their time to produce and support this free Metaverse news show, one of the oldest in VR.
Yeah, we've got that age now. We'd also like to thank our producer, our amazing producer, Mark, and thank you for hanging in there with us and keeping us safe and mostly keeping us sane.
And we also have to thank all of our sources for news. We have them up on the screen. Without their reporting, our job would be so much harder. So thank you to all of them.
We film the show here in our studio live on Fridays and repeat it with a spatial recording every Saturday because we love keeping you updated on all things Metaverse. Please join our News and Updates Discord to keep up with news announcements we make throughout the week. Check out and subscribe to our YouTube channel for live streaming and to watch recordings of past shows.
We're here after the show to talk to you. Oh, are you ready? We're here after the show to talk to you and get your news, tips, and updates on your Metaverse life and your experiences. So join us. We film the discussion for YouTube's live stream and recording so that you can catch up with it there.
As well. All right. We have one last piece of news to share with you that touched our heart. In the Portland, Oregon area, some farmers use corn mazes to send messages. We've reported on some clever ones in the past. This year, Bella Organic Farms on Sauvie Islands set the bar high with a message that is important to so many of us. From the overview, the cornfield reads, "No more silence. End gun violence."
Bravo.
Yeah. While most of us practically live in VR, gun violence doesn't discriminate. It's part of our real-world life, too. A few years ago, a member of our AltspaceVR community lost a grandchild when a stray bullet went through the window where the child was playing with a headset. Gun violence doesn't discriminate between political affiliations, skin color, wealth, or education. It takes all of us to work together to stop the violence in every form.
Indeed.
And this is the reason we do what we do, And we end each show with the following. Please stand up, stand tough, and most of all, in these uncertain times, please, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
Yay!
Yay.
Here, here.
We did a thing.
All right. We did
We
a
indeed did.
thing. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Uh,
All right, spatial recorders. You should be done. Where am I going? I'm going to stay here. All right.
Ooh.
So our team is going to, so the spatial recorders, thank you. The video is still going to be going, and we have a few minutes. We're going to run over just a little tiny bit here, but I'm amazed we were able to get that done within the hour. But, and hello, everybody new who showed up. Wonderful. We're going to open up the microphone for a few minutes to hear from you. So as soon as Lance gets to it, you can unmute and let us know your thoughts of what's going on in the world. Lance? Ba, 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 ba. They're unmuted, so y'all can unmute yourself and shout out. Who wants to start? So Dr. Heartbeats, go for it. You can unmute. Just look at your wrist like it's watch. Okay, that or that.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
We can hear you now.
Okay.
Yay,
perfect.
Dr. Heartbeats.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. This is my first time at
Mhm.
News Updates and Engage, and it was great.
Mhm.
When you showed
you.
the slide on the COVID infections, I just wanted to ask if anyone has heard of the strength, basically how bad these COVID infections are, because the last I heard from
Mhm.
people in the ICU in California is that even though this is a very virulent strain, meaning it's highly infectious, that they have not seen increase in ICU admissions, which is great. So of course we continue getting vaccinated, wearing our masks, but
Anyway.
I think it's good to know that either because we are mostly vaccinated in California and New York, that the virus is not as deadly, or that is a virus that's very infectious but not very dangerous. So,
It could be both, couldn't it?
But it's
Well,
still
here's
able
something-
to pass on quickly to other people.
exactly.
It's
So
very
I'm
infectious.
hoping,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that COVID becomes like a cold, where everyone gets
Eventually,
the
yeah.
cold when they get sick, but
Yeah,
nobody dies,
Mhm.
right? So that's
Right,
what we're
right.
hoping, that it mutates into something less serious. And
And in the meantime, we stay vaccinated, right?
right,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, that's what would help. We get vaccinated, then it won't be as deadly to us, and we won't get as sick.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The hospitals that are in my area in the Pacific Northwest, also in Oklahoma, which was really surprising. I saw that come up in the stats, in London and through parts of Europe and stuff. They may not have people in the ICU, but their hospitalization rate is going up, and they're struggling to keep their staff going because they're now not put ICUs for the worst of the worst. And so people are coming in and they're being put in other departments to handle with respiratory illnesses and things. RSV is still, as you know, is very, very serious, and it's affecting adults as well as children and the elderly. Because I just went through all these statistics. It's really fascinating because depending on the variant and everything else, people are getting sick now for 2 or 3 weeks, getting knocked down. And for some, they may not be dying of it, but I've heard from several people who got sick literally in the last month, who said they almost felt like they were dying. It was miserable. It was not like a flu experience where other people, it just passes through. The problem with the vaccines that they're struggling with, it's really heartbreaking, is that it only lasts for a few months. People think it's like, oh, it's for 1 whole year. Mm-mm. So
Oh dear.
that's part, it takes like 2 weeks to kick in, 2 to 3 weeks to kick in, and then it just doesn't last very long. So they're working on that, and they're getting better at it. They're getting better at it, and but it's
One
really
day it'll be
heartbreaking.
like getting a tetanus
though.
shot.
Yeah. And I
Make
lost
sure
a
you
couple
get
people
one.
I lost a couple friends to COVID in the last 2 months, and even their families were just staggered because they thought it was done. It's like really heartbreaking, but for all of us, we just be careful. Be as careful as you can be for yourself, but also for others, right? That's the key. You got to get vaxxed. You got to do these things because of the other people, not just for yourself. So good point. Thank you very much. We're not the experts up here. I just got finished reading through all that data as we did the slides. So it's right there in front of my face. And I was really stunned. Thanks, Dr. Heartbeats. It's beautiful. And also, while we have you here unmuted, any word yet from the UNSGD SDG
No.
competition? Oh, nothing.
No, I check my email every day, but I haven't seen anything yet.
All
It's going
right.
to be
Well,
any
let us
day now, though,
know.
huh?
It was supposed to have been announced a bit ago. So
She said at the end of September. I guess we have 10 more days.
Okay. We just all excited about it. We're so excited.
Mhm.
Love it. Cool. All right. Who's next? Who wants to have their say? Go ahead. Come on.
Okay.
Unmute. Yell up. Yep.
I have a question. Last week I heard the term spatial recording for the first time. Can you tell me what that is?
I don't know, team. Can we demonstrate it?
Tomorrow we can.
Yeah.
If you come tomorrow, you'll
we can
actually.
do it now.
We could do it now.
Yeah, you'll see it tomorrow. But you want to do it now?
Sure.
Dave or Matthew?
If we have
Dave, do you want to do it?
Okay,
All right,
I'll try.
ladies, let's
Hold
step
on.
away from the pedestal.
behind
Two of
Dave.
you.
All right. Yeah. So Dave recorded himself. There's now 2 Daves behind sitting there. Oh, because it records the person who. There's Mark.
Oh, this was
Oh, that's
last
last
week.
week.
And updates from
This is
again,
last
That's all right.
and to
That's
our
all
new
right.
Yep.
revamped studio, and this is
Yeah.
our 243rd
So
episode.
that's from yesterday. And last week.
I'm Mark, the founder, producer, and dreamer behind this
All right.
madness.
Okay.
Now,
All
Mark
right.
Together,
isn't
we
really
have
here.
been on.
He's gonna
That is
fast forward it. And there's
There
all
we
of us.
go.
Okay. There we go. Oh, is that how I
Putting him
look?
on the
Our
spot there.
doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Oh, he's had months to think about this.
The haircut
All right, does
needs
that make sense?
something.
It did until everybody showed up. It
Yes.
was like sitting in a barber shop.
Yes, it is. It's like a barbershop quartet. So what it does is that it records. You get to select who in the audience it records. You can record everyone, or you can record just the host. You know, you can select the host. So and that's what we've done. We've selected just the host, so we don't get the whole audience. And then it records everything within the space. That is the entertainment part and the whatever else it needs to be in there. So it records the virtual world and that. And it's really, there's a few little clunky things that happen once in a while because you are doing like when you record a video, and if your internet is wobbly, you're going to get little things that'll happen. So it's just like that. That can happen. But it's really amazing. And one of the exciting things that is done here in Engage through people that are using what is called the content editor is that you can take multiple spatial recordings and you can layer them up over and over and over again. And one of my favorite, examples to give is with Optima A has one person who's running all of their key development for their educational worlds. And he recorded himself in an outfit from, I don't know, it was a Mongol tribe or somebody, some military, ancient medieval military force or something that was attacking a fortress. I don't remember which one it was. He recorded himself running up and jumping out of the wall and climbing up the wall in a spatial recording. Then he played that and recorded himself again firing off a bow and arrow. And then he did it again with throwing rocks and different things. He recorded himself and layered together over 100 different spatial recordings so that when the students, and blend them together. So when people actually watch this, the students watch this, they see an entire army invading a fortress. It's one person.
Cast of hundreds.
Wow.
So there, you can layer those in the content editor and have a great deal of fun with that. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of
I would
screaming, a lot of
think,
cussing, a
yeah.
lot of swearing. Yeah. Does that help?
Well, apparently, a light controller, Jay, was telling me last Sunday that there's an app now available that allows you to record 3D, do a spatial 3D recording wherever you are in VR.
Okay,
in
cool.
VR.
I don't remember the name of it.
Dave
Okay.
knows a little about that.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
I don't know about a spatial 3D recording. I do 3D video,
Okay.
not the same thing.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, it's different. So, does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm thinking of ways that could be used as in a classroom presentation as well. Yeah, very cool.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
been
Oh,
used.
yeah.
That was part of the reason it was originally developed, was to do a spatial recordings of lectures and presentations that students could access at any time and have a real 3D kind of experience. And Engage has some amazing lectures that they have stored that there used to be a library. It was really easy to access, and I don't know where that is anymore. I'll have to find out where that is, as I haven't looked at it in years. But we used to be able to go in and watch all these different events and lectures and things at any time you wanted to. It was very cool. All right, anybody else? Because we're going to wrap this puppy up. Anything else?
Yeah. I just wanted to
Dave?
say I used to work at MCI Telecommunications, and I was part of a group that was testing methods for doing remote. This is early on in remote working, and so I was working at home, and some other people were working at home, and we developed a rectal scanner, and it was a plastic mat that you put on your desk chair, and you sit on it, and you didn't have to log into your computer. The problem was you had to take your pants off, and it didn't translate real well into the office, into cubicles, so they dropped the whole project.
Oh.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'll bet you guys had fun doing that, Dave.
Oh yeah. I had to give a report on it in front of a whole stadium full of people.
Oh.
One time, I was
right?
taking care of the neighbor boys, and I had a
God.
copy machine, and they would put their hand on the copy machine and copy their hand. Well, one of them one day, I came in the room, and they had a chair
Okay.
in front of the copy machine, and they were trying to sit on it to
Stop. We get the picture. This is being recorded for YouTube. We're going to stop that right now. Okay. We've all been there. We've all
I just wanted to
done that.
say.
Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to
Yes,
say
save us.
I don't know how useful that method is, because in some people you might see the anus right away, but other people have big butts and you might not get to see the anus. You just see foot.
Stop this! We're going to stop this now!
No, this is good.
That's coming from a doctor. Doctors don't get grossed out.
This is very medical. This is my medical
It's
point
going
of
to the
view.
toilet.
This is my medical point of view. Yeah.
I have to say that one morning I got up and I had hives on my butt and I couldn't log in.
No. We're going to mute everybody now. All right. We're going to wrap this up before it goes even further. Even further.